30 days challenge has successfully been completed. Back to this channel. Thank you for clicking on this video and thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. Thank you for your love and your support. And this is to tell you all that it has been completed finally. Finally, I'm done with the 30 days challenge and I'm going to start another challenge very, very soon. So let me give you a background. Earlier this year, I decided I was going to be challenging myself to do some things that I have been putting aside for a while. And speaking happens to be one of those things. As a matter of fact, on a normal day, I talk. But coming on here, showing up, setting everything to talk online is something that I do not actually do. I'm not accustomed to doing it. And I really wanted to work on that part of myself. And then that was what led to the 30 days challenge. And during the 30 days, before the 30 days challenge, I told myself I was going to speak any topic that comes to mind. I was just going to pick it up and speak on it without having any plan, without having any plan, any strategy. Just have an idea, pick up your camera, even wherever you are, just speak and post. Don't edit it, just post it like that. And that was what I was doing. Although during the course of the challenge, there were days that life was lifing. It was really, really lifing. But I was so determined. I was like, no, I'm not going to give up. I am going to complete this. And I am so glad that I did. And what are the lessons that I was able to learn during this period? One lesson I was able to learn is how to show up, showing up regardless. Those of you that watch the video, you will notice that there are days when I don't have the right setup. I'm just somewhere around, and I'm standing and I'm talking and I'm doing what I needed to do. There are days where I'm tired and I'll still show up. There are days where I might not be feeling okay. There were days, a lot of days I wasn't feeling too well. But what happened? I decided to show up regardless, no matter what I was going through at that point in time. I decided I was going to come and do what I have promised myself to do. It wasn't easy, but I learned how to show up. I also learned the fact that you don't need to have a perfect setup. You don't need to have perfect situation to do what you need to do. There are things that we need to do. This challenge has been in my mind for a very long time, but I've been putting it aside because I always tell myself I don't have this, I don't have that, everything must be perfect. But one lesson that I learned practically during the course of this challenge was that I don't need to figure everything out. I just need to move regardless. I just need to go after those things. I just need to move, action. And then with action comes clarity. And that is the second lesson that I learned during the course of this challenge. And then for the third lesson is that it is okay to rest. It is okay to go back to the planning board. But one thing you should never do is to stop. I was saying the other time that some things came up. A lot of things came up during the course of this thing that on a normal day they were worthy excuses to say, oh, I said I was going to do this, but sorry, I did not do it because of this, that. But it is okay. There were days that I didn't show up. But one thing I made sure that I did was that I was able to meet up with the 30 days. I was able to upload 30 videos, even if I used more time than the normal 30 days that I said I was going to use. But what really makes sense is that I was able to meet up. I was still able to produce 30 videos, and that really matters. And another lesson is that, and the final lesson for today is that the things that you said you were going to do, you should do it. You should learn to keep the promises that we make to ourselves. The promises that we make to ourselves. The reason why I'm saying this, the reason why this is a lesson for me is because when you learn to keep the promises that you've made to yourself, it has a way of building your confidence. It's like a report card saying that you've promised yourself to do this and you were able to do it. You did this, you promised yourself you were going to do that and you did it. And it has a way of building your confidence. So now if I say, okay, I completed 30 days, if I want to now, if I decide that I want to do 90 days, it would be easier. Even when I feel like I can't do it, I would be encouraged that I completed 30 days. Definitely, I should be able to push myself more to do 90 days. And that is another lesson. For a bonus lesson, that bonus lesson is that sometimes growth is silent. Growth is silent. When I started the challenge, I did not do it for the views, I did not do it for the engagement, I did it for myself. So sometimes we don't need the public um, comments, views, validations to hinder us from doing we have what we have in mind to do. It shouldn't hinder us. We should not allow public comments, public opinions, their validations. Don't allow it to hinder you from doing what you want to do. Go after it regardless. Hmm? There are days where I post, I see 1 view, 0 views, some days 20 views, some days the views keeps fluctuating. But one thing that is intact is the fact that I really want to improve myself in this aspect and I am putting in the work. And with time, the results will begin to show forth. Hmm? So that about my 30 days challenge. I'm so glad for those of you that have been following this journey. I am happy. Thank you for your love and your support. If you like this video, click on the like button. If you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe. Subscription is totally free. And let's continue on this journey of becoming the best version of ourselves. And with that said, I will be seeing you in the next